You know something I wish somebody would explain to me early in life? A lot of the things that feel important when you're young eventually disappear. And I don't mean that in a sad way. I just mean life keeps moving whether we realize it or not. You see, when you're younger, especially in your teens and 20s, you honestly think that people around you right now are going to be there forever. Your friends feel like your entire world, and hanging out feels important. Fitting in feels important. Looking cool feels important. In school or your future almost feels far away, like something you'll figure out later on. I remember thinking like that too. I think a lot of us did. You care more about the weekend than where your life is actually going. You care more about who's getting a hold of you that day than what kind of future you're building for yourself. And sometimes you make decisions in the moment because the moment feels huge. Missing school doesn't feel important. Wasting time doesn't feel important. Putting off learning something valuable doesn't feel important. Because you think you have unlimited time ahead of you, right? Then life starts moving fast. People grow apart. Friends move away. Some friendships end for no reason at all except life happened. Everybody starts building their own world. Jobs, relationships, kids, responsibilities. And one day you randomly think about people you once saw every single day that you haven't talked to in years. Not because anybody hated each other, life just moved. I think that's one of the biggest wake-up calls adulthood gives you, realizing how temporary a lot of things really were. That's why if my kids ever watch this someday, I'd want them to understand that you have fun, laugh with your friends, make memories, enjoy being young, but don't sacrifice your future trying to impress temporary people. Don't throw away opportunities because something feels more exciting in the moment, right? Because one day what matters changes completely. One day peace matters more than popularity. One day stability matters more than fitting in. One day being able to provide for your family matters more than being accepted by a crowd. And eventually you realize that learning a skill, building a career, finding something meaningful you actually care about, those things become incredibly important later in life. I'm not saying that everybody needs college. I'm not saying work is everything. I'm saying build something for your future self. Build a life that gives you freedom. Build a life your future family can lean on, because the people who truly matter in your life, your family, your kids, the people who genuinely love you, those are usually the people still standing there years later. And honestly, I think social media makes this even harder now, because people being young are constantly comparing themselves to everybody else. Everybody's chasing attention. Everybody's trying to look successful, look popular, look important. A lot of things people chase in their 20s don't actually bring peace later. Nobody really talks about that enough. I think one of the saddest things in life is realizing too late what should have mattered earlier. Realizing you spent years trying to be accepted by people who disappeared. Realizing you ignored your future because you thought you would always be more time, because trust me, life moves faster than you think it does. One minute you're young thinking about adulthood and it's far away, right? Then suddenly you're sitting in a car giving advice you wish somebody gave you earlier. So somebody's younger is watching this, hear me clearly. Don't lose yourself chasing temporary approval. Don't waste your whole future trying to fit into moments that won't exist later. Enjoy life. Absolutely. Make memories, but also build yourself. Learn, grow, chase purpose, create stability, become somebody your future family could depend on someday. Because eventually, the people who truly love you won't care about how popular you were, right? They'll care how present you were, how responsible you were, how much you cared, how much you fought for the people around you. And honestly, I think that means more than almost anything else in life.